It is Sunday, June 21st. It's been a week. I don't know why it seems longer than a week. I'm going to try and stop doing this because I've noticed in my videos for this and my Instagram stories, I am constantly at my hair. Like I'm preening myself. I don't think it is. I think it's just a nervous habit. So I'm going to try to keep my hands. If I sit on my hands, I don't know. That's not going to work. Anyway, I thought I'd come on and just give a little recap of the week and say hi. So last Monday, Will and Ian went golfing, and they went to Greensmere golfing. And I went up and spent the day in Arnprior with Siobhan. And we had a lovely day. We sat around and we drank some coffee. And then we decided to, I spotted a hummingbird in her backyard. I am almost 100% I spotted a hummingbird whizzing through her backyard. So she got all excited. So we had to go and get her a hummingbird feeder. And we were going to go to the dollar store, and her dollar store is right beside Canadian Tire, and Canadian Tire has a garden center, so you can't go all the way over there, and not go to the garden center. We are still on the hunt for dill and basil, but they didn't have any. But we managed it. We ended up, getting some. I got some zucchini. I got a zucchini. I got a kale, and they had their annuals on sale. So I got some snapdragons. What did she get? I forget what she got, but she got a few things as well, and was going to plant them in her garden. So yeah, so it was a lovely day. Had a lovely afternoon. Kids came home from school, and the plan was to go over to the gas station and get them slushies, but they decided they didn't want slushies. They just wanted to play in the sprinkler and eat freezies. Siobhan bought freezies at the dollar store, so they had some freezies when they came home from school. And I took up a roasted chicken and some panzanella salad, and she had some salad left over from Father's Day, some orzo salad. So we had that for supper. I don't think we had anything for dessert, but I was stuffed with that, and when it's hot, you don't really feel like eating a whole lot anyway. So yes, so that was a lovely day. Yeah. The poppies and peony bloomed this week. Monday they were absolutely beautiful, and it's a good thing that I took pictures of it because, and I'll get in on this later, but later in the week we had heavy downpours, and well, they were done, and I ended up going out and cutting back the few peonies that were left over and brought them in the house. And there's just something about peonies, I don't know. I came down after I cut them, they were in the living room, and I came down the next morning, and all I could smell was this beautiful, beautiful, sweet floral aroma of peonies. Absolutely beautiful. I am going to get another peony, maybe even two, because I plan on expanding at least one of my gardens this year. The rest of the week, just regular household stuff. I managed to get the house back in some kind of order because I have felt like the last few weeks I have not kept up with anything except the downstairs bathroom and meals. That's about it. I have felt I haven't been keeping up with much of anything household wise. So the rest of the week I spent, well, Tuesday and Wednesday I spent getting groceries, stocking up, although for some strange reason I've discovered that there's a lot of other little odds and ends that I didn't get last week, so they have to get got this week. But yes, did that, just tidied up the house, not tidied up, I actually cleaned the house. I did the major cleaning, major cleaning of the kitchen, and major cleaning of our upstairs bathroom, because I've just been spot cleaning that. And I like to do a real good heavy clean of the bathroom. Yeah, so that's what was the rest of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, I guess Thursday, because I'd caught up on laundry as well. I don't know how two old people can create so much laundry, but we managed to. Friday, we had lunch plans with friends of ours, John and Kate. And I think actually in the last video, I posted that we had gone to the pond store. I said it was called the Pond Clinic, but I think it's actually called Aquatopia? Not aquaphobia, maybe Aquatopia. I'll look it up. And we ended up going there, and I did get a pond plant for our little pot pond, a monkey plant, and he's happily sitting in the pond, and he's being burbled on as we speak. Yeah, here's a picture of him. Okay, here we are again. Hopefully it's open today. I think it should be. See if we can find our little pond plant for our pot pond. We scored a water plant, a yellow monkey flower. Isn't he pretty? So he's going to have to sit in the back of the car because we are on the way to lunch. There he is, all nice and settled into his new home. Isn't he pretty? And then we went for lunch. And you'll see, we both made mistakes about lunch. Ian thought he had booked one place and he booked another, and they thought it was at noon and it was at 1. But once we got things all settled down and whatever, we had a lovely time. It was great. We sat on the patio and watched some people swimming in the pool, and there were people back and forth at the golf course, and we just sat and chatted, and before we knew it, 2 hours had gone. So it was time to leave and head home. And on the way home, we went to, Ian wanted to get some wine since we were in town. There's a better wine store in Canada, so he stopped in there, and I went to Indigo and had a look around there. Here we are, get our feet walking. You got to do the foot. You got to see your feet walking when you take a video.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So here we are, heading up to the marshes. We're gonna have lunch with John and Kate. See you later. Okay, so we went to the wrong place. Ian thought he had booked the marshes, but he had booked Brook Street. So now we're going in. Unfortunately, our friends got the time wrong, and they've been sitting in here for an hour waiting for us. Yeah. Not our fault. We booked it for 1, and they showed up at noon. So they've been drinking coffee, so God knows what they're going to be like when we get there. Now, I didn't get any books. I haven't read a physical book in a long time. I listen to books, and I read them on my tablet through Hoopla, because I have a problem with contrast, and some books have horrible contrast between pages and printing, and I can't read it. Nothing to do with font. It's totally the contrast. But anyway, I did manage to pick up a few other little things. A friend of mine, who doesn't really watch this at all, her birthday just passed, and we'll probably be getting together with them. Well, I don't know about next week, but maybe the week after. And I picked up a couple little things for her. I do have some stuff already, but there's other things. I got her some popcorn. She likes popcorn. This is peanut butter and chocolate caramel. As my kids often say, you can't read anything. It seems like you can't read anything properly after about the age of 55 without doing this. So I am well averse at that. So I got her some popcorn. And she loves cats. She's a major cat sitter. She has a rousing business, and she does an excellent job, and that is actually how we met. She was our cat sitter for the longest time, and then we realized that we had a lot more in common than just cats, but we did have cats in common. So I got her, and she has two lovely little cats herself. So I got her this little notepad, and of course, you know, well, you're an indigo, can't resist getting notebooks. There's a third one in this, but it's upstairs, and I'm going to use that as my bag purse, my purse notebook that has my, you know, grocery list and things like that in it. But yeah, a nice little. The other one, I think, is white with, it's that design, but it's white background and pink flowers, I think. So yeah, so I got that. That was it. That's all I got. Oh no, I got a grapefruit scented candle, which smells really awesome. And last week when I was out, I was over at the over at Walmart, and I went into the dollar store. What did I go into the dollar store for? There was something specific I went into the dollar store for. Anyway, I went down into their paper aisle. I really have to stay away from these things. And they had stamps. I was kind of impressed with that. So I got these little stamps. This one says handmade. Thanks a million. And there's another one upstairs because I just used it and I washed it, or I wiped it off. It says just a note. So it's kind of cute. And these are probably not going to work that well, but they have a bunch of washi tapes too. I don't know how sticky they're going to be, but they were they? $2, I think. Anyway, so yeah, so I got those. Let's see, what else let me think. So that was Friday, yes, and so we are heading majorly into a huge heat event, as they like to call it. Tomorrow, Monday, it's going to be 37, and it's going to feel like 48. So my plan is to go first thing in the morning and go to the grocery store and pick up a few things for some sandwiches. And we need some sodas. And of course, well, you need storm chips when it's storming, but you also need chips when it's hot too. So I don't know what they're called, but heat wave chips maybe. And yeah, so anyway, yesterday, Saturday, I did manage to get out and stake my dahlias, because my friend Dahlia Deb says that you should stake your tomatoes now, because before the tubers get too big, and you're staking the dahlias, and you'll stick the stake down into the tubers, and that's not going to create some disease perhaps. So I did that. I did my dahlia staking yesterday. Okay, here we are on Dahlia Row. And as per instructed by Deb, the Dahlia Whisperer, I have staked my dahlias. Gifts from Dahlia Deb and my friend Vicky, who just happens to be my hairstylist as well. So everybody's all ready to be tied up. Ooh, sounds a little kinky, but there you go. So there you go, Deb. I did it. Thank you for your advice. And I did plant up the kale and the zucchini and a few other little things. I tried something I saw on TikTok or Instagram via TikTok, and somebody had grown their cucumber in a hanging basket. So I'm going to try that. And after I did all that, I came in and showered, which, you know, summertime showers are one of the best feelings. And I cracked myself a non-alcoholic Corona and sat on the patio and knitted one of those little dishcloths that I said I was going to continue on. I've got 2 done already, and the socks the leg is almost finished on the one, and my plan is to finish that leg, and then I have to finish another project, and then Susan, stop doing that. Then I'm gonna have to finish that project. It's almost finished. I had to wait for yarn to finish it up, but that's almost done. So finish that one up, and then I'll get back into doing my summer stuff. So yes, I'll get back into doing the socks and the dishcloths interchangeably. The dishcloths are great for the patio. They're good patio knitting. So yes, last night I got up because I had remembered that I had forgot to put the dishwasher on last night. So I got up around 1, and I did turn the air conditioner on because it was really hot upstairs last night. It was, yeah, so I got up to do that. I turned the dishwasher on, and my phone I don't take my phone up to bed. I leave it to charge downstairs. It was flashing, and there was this alert going on, a tornado watch. So yeah, I was on tornado watch last night till about 2:15 or whatever, and then of course after that I couldn't fall asleep. Ian, he slept through it all. I'm downstairs thinking, do I go up and get him up and come down here and hide in a doorway, or hide in the back storage? Actually, the back storage is probably a good spot to hide, you know, sit. But I didn't, and he slept through it all of it. The wind was blowing, and the rain was lashing against the window, and yeah, so anyway, so I was a little tired today, and so I just had a little lay down. I was feeling myself falling asleep, and I didn't want to really fall asleep because I want to be able to sleep tonight. So yeah, so that's why I thought I would come downstairs and do this, and yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So yeah, so after this morning I went out to check everything, and everything was fine. There's some leaves blown down. Ian hadn't taken the Christmas lights down yet. It had blown the Christmas lights off the house. They were not off the house, but they were hanging. And it blew the front cushion from the chair on the front porch into my neighbor's yard. But other than that, oh well, yeah, it knocked down the yarrow. The yarrow was a little flatter than it was. But my greenhouse stayed intact. I was a little worried about that. I thought maybe, you know, that would get blown away, but that was fine. So I think that's that's all for today. I think what I might do is I might gather all this information up and put some videos together and maybe put it up later today. So yeah, so I will see you next week, hopefully, and everybody have a terrific next week. We have a very busy next week, and we have graduation and birthdays, so it's going to be a busy week for us. It'll be fun though, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you next week. Okay, everybody have a great week and take care. Stay cool. Drink lots. Yes. Oh, change your hummingbird feeders every day and put water out for your little critters and birds, and keep your critters inside.